Please take a moment to subscribe to my YouTube channel.
You know what's the funny thing about the military, man? So I like before I joined the military, like I was aware that okay, like I guess like I was aware of like my ethnicity or race and people treated me accordingly. But once I joined the Marine Corps, like it's like facts. Like I didn't know like okay, like you know how sometimes people see like, oh, I don't see color or whatever. Well, it's like, yeah, sure, I don't see color. But in the Marine Corps, like everyone's treated the same. Like no one like I'm sure there's like I don't know, it just like I didn't experience racism until I got out of the Marine Corps, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like real racism. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In the Marine Corps, it's non-existent. It doesn't matter if you're black, white, brown, yellow, gay, straight. Everyone treats you the same. It's weird. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I understand exactly what you're saying. I made a video on that exact topic sometime back. And yeah, it's funny because, you know, outside of the military, I'm sure there are a few racists, like actual hardcore racists in the
Oh, I
military.
agree. I agree. Yeah, I'm sure there is.
But
Majority, you know.
you don't really come across them very often, you know. And
Right.
if somebody is being racist, it's either a joke or they don't realize that they're being racist, you know.
Right.
And outside the military, it's completely different. Like I don't even know how to put it into words, like how different it is. And
It's
unless you're in the military, you can't understand.
exactly, yeah. And that's true. Like I mean, like I look back and like think of all the racist things I'd say or whatever. And I'm like, okay, like some of them, like I meant them, but most of them I didn't, right? And but now I'm just thinking, like, dang, like it was a different environment. Like the way I spoke, the people I hung around with, you know, like most of my friends were like African American. I hung out with mostly African Americans. I'm not allowed, like, I mean, I shouldn't say the N word. Back then it was completely normal, you know what I'm saying? To say stuff like that, like, hey, what's up? You know, without the hard R. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I hear you.
Yeah.
And yeah, I get it. I totally get it. Um, there was I was gonna say something. Oh, you brought up politics a minute ago.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing with politics. I so personally, my my personal views on it are that communism is bullshit. Socialism is bull. In theory, yeah, they could totally, save the world and everybody could hold hands together and sing kumbaya. But the problem is that they go against human nature. It is not human nature to share. It is not human nature to help your fellow man, regardless of whether we do it or not. Typically, we do it for our own benefit, right? So we're helping somebody else because strength in numbers. That's because you need strength, right? Oh, I'm helping somebody else because yeah, we can like share food. Well, that's because that gives you more, right? But as far as a society goes, there's always going to be somebody who does not believe in that and is like, how much free shit can I get? And they're going to sit back and they're going to collect shit and collect and collect until they have all the shit. And then they're going to pay somebody else who thinks just like they do. Hey, carry this gun for me. Right? Keep all these other idiots in line, and I'm going to be their dictator. I'm going to be their king. I'm going to be whatever. Right? Both communism. What's that?
I don't think that would happen because, like, when people start seeing that no one's contributing, and they're taking and taking and taking, they're gonna be like, wait, hold on a second. If we don't want you in our society, we're gonna send you over here to make you a useful idiot. You know what I'm saying? I think it's more so like collective of workers, a collective of people like controlling the means.
So when has communism actually been used?
I mean, plenty of instances. Same with capitalism.
When? So describe to me one country, one government that was set up as a communist government.
The USSR.
Okay.
Not Germany. I mean, not Russia. Okay. The USSR.
Yeah. Okay. Who was in charge of that?
Well, in the beginning, like it was the working class, and as time went on, like Grubanoff, whatever that cuck's name is, he wanted to make it like it slowly became like a hybrid, a hybrid socialist capitalist society, and it just didn't work because like socialism either like works or capitalism either works. You can't have a hybrid system, and then boom, it failed, and then people got greedy, and now we have like an authoritarian, like authoritarian.
I have to stop you right now. Right
Mhm.
there. You just perfectly encapsulated my entire point in that one sentence.
Well, you didn't let me finish because I was going to say that like now we have a Russia that is an authoritarian regime, which is Russia.
I know, but that part's irrelevant. You said the most important part already. The most important part is people got greedy. People got greedy. Those three fucking words. You're a man of three words.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hey, just so people know, by the way, I'm actually a professional actor, and I did a commercial with Rob Riggle.
Yeah, I'll put a link to your commercial down in the description when I post it. But I mean, my point on that particular thing is people got greedy. Communism goes against human nature. It is against our fundamental nature to share equally. And that's my point. That's why communism will never work. Because people get greedy.
I don't know like the whole specifics behind it, but I know somewhere along the lines like someone got greedy, and that's why there's a failed USSR. And there was many. Yeah, I mean
that's going to be communism in every instance.
I mean that's capitalism in every instance.
What's that?
That's capitalism happening in every instance. Look at America. Look at inflation. Look at like corporations putting like profit before people. Look at you know what I'm saying?
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing about capitalism, right? It's not perfect. There is no perfect system, right? But here's what capitalism does. Okay. And here, so let me back up a little bit because I struggle with this a little bit myself because I'm not the biggest fan of capitalism either, right? But what capitalism does is says, if you have the intelligence and the drive and the work ethic to succeed, you will succeed. It also says that my money represents in some capacity my input, right? That is my input into the system, whether it's labor or money or whatever, right? And so as a capitalist, when I'm putting my capital into this system, expecting a return on it, right? Communists would say, okay, you're evil. Oh, you're evil. You're just not doing anything and but that's my money. I can do whatever the I want with it. Another thing that I like about the Marine Corps is that we can debate this kind of stuff and do it civilly. Whereas most civilians that I've met don't have that same level of discipline to be able to express their opinions peacefully.
Yeah, so like that's the thing. Like if I was talking with like a civilian, right? Like a non-veteran person, a non-military person, whatever, a lot more like we both can agree that we disagree, right? And nothing's like really going to change our minds. And so it's like, what's the point? You're my brother in arms. You're a Marine, I'm a Marine, you know?
There are things that could change my mind. If you come up with a persuasive enough argument, I'll change my position. I have no loyalty to any position because, everything in life is situational. If I'm like, oh, well, I have to drive straight 100 miles to get to my mom's house, but then my mom moved to Tennessee. Okay, maybe now I got to change my direction, right? That new information came in. Hey, your mom moved to Tennessee. Oh, shit, I got to go that way instead, right? It's the same thing with politics. If you give me some information, and it's solid, and you're like, okay, well, if A equals B, then B must equal C if C equals A. Like, oh, yeah, you're right. I agree with you. Please like this video, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more stories.